Do you want the cheapest and most reliable coins for Madden Mobile? If so, then check out my sponsor MMO Tank right now and use code Coop for 5% off. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Coop, and today I am going to show you my guide to running in Madden Mobile, okay? So, I'm going to be honest, as of now, I'm not the best passer. I know the plays, but it just doesn't seem like my wide receivers are really up to the par that they need to be. But I definitely know my running, and I have some great running capabilities in this game. So to get it started, I'm going to first off start by telling you I am a level 43 and an 86 overall. So not all of these plays will apply to you immediately, but luckily for you guys, I don't think I'm counting you low levels out. There's nothing wrong with being a low level. It just means I grind just a little bit more or have a little bit less of a life, whichever one you want to take that as. But I have 3 plays, 3 for low levels, 3 for people that are in the medium level range, and I have 2 for high levels, or at least up to the point where you're at 43. So I'm sure I'll have updated versions of this as we go, but I mean, the higher you go, you'll have more money runs to use. That's what I call them. I call them money runs. So basically, I'm going to just start off by telling you these 8 plays I have. So I can kind of click on the screen just to show you. So my 3 low money runs are HB counter, okay, HB cutback, and HB toss, okay? I'm sure you get these all fairly early in the game, so it's not something it's a low level money run, okay? The next 2 or 3 I have, my bad, are weak eye HB gut, bunch HB dive, and trips titan HB counter. And I am pretty sure trips titan HB counter is the best run in the game right now, and I have this very nasty combo. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but it's pretty much how to, I mean, a lot of times I'll get 40-50 yards by doing this progression of 4 plays. So I'll be showing you guys that towards the end. So the last 2 I have are HB dive weak and weak eye double counter. I just unlocked double counter recently, so it is probably one of the highest you'll unlock, but it is involved in this deadly 4-run combination. You can trade it out with plays like some of the dives and things like that within this tutorial, but my setup is that play is involved. So I'm going to start off with the first play, and I'm just going to tell you one of the tips right now. Any counter play, I recommend go ahead and spike the ball, just because the formation that they will normally line up in 2nd and 4th down is a lot better for these counter plays. So what I'll normally do is I will spike the ball. So I'll do that, and then I'll run a counter play. So this is the lowest level. This is the lowest level money run you can possibly do. So let's go to that real quick. And unfortunately, this time they did not line up how I wanted them to, but I mean, I was still able to get 5 yards. So just think about it this way: 5 yards times 2. So what's the next money run? The next money run is HB cutback. So let's try that out real quick. Let's see. And I mean, obviously, if they have these countered, there's nothing you can do about it. But I mean, that's 15 yards right there. So I mean, for a low-level player, these are obviously going to be great plays to run, and you'll be playing against worse defenses. Obviously, I'm an 86 overall, not the highest out there, but I mean, it's obviously fairly high. So the next run I have on my list is HB toss, and whichever way you feel accustomed to running is how I recommend doing it. I've gotten used to running to the left, so I flip a lot of my plays because I just feel like the defense is a little bit weaker on the left side. There might be an exact reason to it, but I do not know that reason. So I'm going to run my strong eye HB toss. The one thing you will notice is that a lot of people will have this countered towards the lower levels, which, I mean, this play is concerning too because it's a low level money run. A lot of times they don't have as many countered. So let's see how it goes. I actually have not played this dude before. Well, I guess I have. But let's just see if he has it countered. So he really doesn't have it countered either. So I mean, that's another 8 yards. I mean, you could just see, the thing is, guys, the thing I love about running is it is honestly the most secure way to get the ball downfield. If you're trying to get those points, if you're grinding for your league, you're grinding for, or not for really for your like the actual tournaments where you can get those cool players and stuff. But I mean, you're gonna want to make, for at least head-to-head and league tournaments, you're gonna want to make sure you can at least get down the field and get those points. So honestly, taking it slow, I don't pass at all, and I don't hardly pass in head-to-head, and I don't pass at all in my league drives. So definitely, I wouldn't recommend it. I've recommended to my whole league not to do this, and I hope when they see this video, they will definitely be able to learn a few tips so we can continue beating teams. So now we are getting into our medium tier of these runs, and it's going to start with HB Gut. Like I said, I like running to the left. Luckily, this one starts to the left, so I can unflip it for that one. So a lot of times, it's a little bit, when you get closer to the first down line, it gets a little bit more hectic because the defense is a little bit more compact normally. But as you see, I was still able to pull off a good amount of yards right there. So definitely that play worked out nice. Now the next one I have is bunch HB dive. Normally, I will run these plays after a counter. So I'd go weak IHB gut or one of the two. I kind of play with them a little bit to see if they have any of them countered. For some reason, most people won't have them countered at all, or just one of them. So you can normally kind of play around with it and figure out which one you want to do. But yeah, I mean, if you have a pretty decent running back, you can normally wiggle your way through there and manage to get a nice amount of yards. So now we are on to what I call the best play in the game, at least for running. So it's actually perfect too because we are on first down. So I like running this play a lot on second down and fourth down, okay? So what I do to set myself up, like I kind of showed at the beginning with the first counter, is I like to throw a spike ball, okay? So I'm going to spike this ball down real quick, and hopefully when we come down back into second down with trips tight and HB counter, we will have the position we're looking for. So we do, this is the position right here you want, as long as this linebacker guy is it's like right on the right side of the defensive lineman. Unless they have the play countered, you should manage to get a good amount. So let's see, we got around, and he didn't actually have that counter. It was very good defense. So that kind of sucks actually. But I'm going to get a first down right here, and I will run that again. So they kind of spread out that time. So I'm going to go right up the middle, and I'll just stop right here, okay? So we did that. I mean, dives always seem to work on third down right after those plays. So if they don't happen to work out, which a lot of the times they will, but if they don't, then don't worry about it. Just run a dive. That's what I like to do. So I'm actually we're first down again. I'm gonna run another spike ball. I'm pretty risky when it comes to it, so we'll just do another spike ball. But this time we're gonna go into the actual second. This is the second run I actually recommend, but I'm gonna show it anyway because it's kind of perfect timing for it. So normally I would spike it, I would run trips tight and HB counter, and normally I'd get a first down. So then I would spike it again, and I would run weak I double counter, because it's essentially the same thing, and you'll get the same formation because it's a counter. So we should be able to get around, or kind of wiggle our way through there. And I mean, we got 9 yards. You can't always expect to get these 90-yard rushes, especially against good overalls. Once you get up there, I mean, it's really just about scoring. It's not about getting these 90-yard rushes. Like, cool, yeah, you'll get them occasionally, but that is not exactly what it's about. It's more about scoring. So, like I said, third downs are normally pretty good for dive plays. So, I mean, if we got the first down, defense is always it's a lot harder to score once you get into the red zone because all the defense is a little bit more condensed than usual. But it's all good. And then once I get around this range, since we noticed that he didn't have HB toss countered earlier, that normally means that they don't have one of those in their game plan. So it's less likely for them to have it countered right now. So down in the red zone is where I will typically run an HB toss. So let's see if we can get these blocks. We got our blocks, so we moved up a yard. It's fine. I'm actually just going to run it again. And I believe this is the formation. When you see this, guys, that means it's going to be countered, because no defense is going to line up like this in the red zone. Let's be real. So they know the play. They know we're going out. That's why they spread out. So normally I like to wait for that little rotation to happen, because then they'll pull that guy in. And like I said, it's not a guaranteed thing all the time. They do he does have a good defense. We can't sleep on that. But one play that I didn't mention, it's kind of like a card that I just kind of keep in the back, but I don't run it too often. I don't call it really a money play. FB fake or fullback fake HB toss, because a lot of times you can maybe pull that off. Luckily for me, I have a really good running back, so I mean I got away with that one. But like I said, it's not always the best option. So we're gonna actually I don't like that pass play, bunch spacing or whatever it's called. I can't do it. I don't know. So I like doing HB toss, and we've been running it so much that it's gonna be countered right here. But hopefully we can catch them on the rotation like that, get a block. Okay, we got our blocks. That's good. I actually like I have Jerick McKinnon as my fullback, because I like the fast. He can get out there and just hit him really quick. So we're going to run one more drive so I can kind of show you and hopefully be able to get this deadly combination I was talking about. The spike, trips, tight end, HB counter, spike, weak eye double counter for you guys. So I'm going to get this over here. Try to get it kind of towards, or just as far as we can pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spike. This dude, he has very good defense. So, I mean, props to him, bro. If you happen to be seeing this and you saw your name beforehand, congratulations, man. You got a good defense. You're a lot harder to run against than most people, but I'm not going to hide it for you guys. This is about as hard as it gets. So if I can pull off something here, I just did that. That's unfortunate. So I'm actually going to do it again. Hopefully that I can trick him. I don't know. Just luckily we still got the formation we're looking for. So we got that right there. We got that. Now you guys do have to keep in mind I have Kareem Hunt, so it's a little. He's pretty godly, but definitely not playing my best right now. But it is still a very good tutorial. Has very good tips. So I mean, you can't sleep on that, boys. So we're going to go down here and try a weak eye double counter. We got some good blocks on this one, for sure. I mean, that was an easy 9 yards. If I had hit gotten a proper block or something like along those lines, we definitely would have gotten away. So I'm going to go back to one of the dive plays. So I'm going to go bunch HB dive on this one. And I mean, like I said, guys, it's ground and pound. You won't want to play like this in like tournaments to get like the players and stuff like that, the tournament players. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you kind of keep up this general rotation, I mean, you're pretty much going to score 95% of the time. So let's go to HB dive weak. And there's so many different variations of dive plays, and it doesn't work like they don't have like a dive play like game plan. So I mean, there's so many different variations. If you're good at dive plays, go for dive plays. If you're good at the counter plays, go for counter plays. But there, it's second down again. Second and fourth down is when I like to do this. It didn't get the formation I'm wanting to, but he did move over, so it's a little bit better than that. And you see, we were able to shed the tackle because we got a boss. So let me just go ahead and get that in there. So yeah, boys, that's honestly one of the best plays in the game. He doesn't seem to have it countered this time. Let's see, just in case. Sometimes they like to be tricky with us, but no, he doesn't. So we just walked that one in with ease. So guys, I really hope that this helped you out at all. It wasn't the best gameplay, and I lost this game, but I'm sure you guys understand the concepts that come along with it. You spike, second down and fourth down, you typically get those formations. So, I mean, do it then, or not. I mean, do whatever works for you. But those are definitely my money plays. So I'm just going to read them back to you one time. I'm going to look off my notes real quick. The low-end ones are HB counter, HB cutback, and HB toss. The medium ones are HB Gut, HB Dive, Trips Tight End, HB Counter. And the two high ones that I have currently are HB Dive Weak and Weak Eye Double Counter. So these plays are what I consider the best plays in the game right now. And like I said, I do have that one card that I keep in my back pocket, which would be the fake fullback HB toss or whatever that play was. And yeah, so and guys, remember the spike, because the spike's helpful. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you are wanting to get coins to get you a beast running back like my 100 overall Kareem Hunt, check out MMO Tank. It's the link's down in the description. Use my code Coop and you can get 5% off. They're currently selling 1 million coins for about it's anywhere from $5 to $6 right now. So go do that. And yeah, they deliver within an hour every time. Nobody I've talked to has had a problem with them. So if you guys want cheap coins, go ahead and do that. But that is going to be the end of my video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment something down below, subscribe, and hit that little bell button that's right next to it so you get notifications every time I upload a video. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Yeah, I'm running, yeah, I'm running this bitch. I do what I do, I work hard for my shit. Shit is a grind, oh why would I lie? I want all this shit, so I'm gone in the night. Staying up late, working on shit. I will get this, oh yeah, I will not miss. Started my wave, it ain't crashed if I'm right. Gotta grind daily, my wave starts tonight.